Hi, my name's Andy, and I am happy for you. And why is that? Because I know most of you guys love to rip a good parlay, and yesterday was one of those fortunate days, and no matter what you parlayed, you would have won. I saw in some of the comments, you guys were able to hit plus 800s, plus 900s. So much for the guy who said I don't offer plus money bets on here. It's amazing. Imagine if you just took one pick and combined it with a second pick. That makes plus money. And a whole hell of a lot of people on here hit some big plus money parlays because every single pick hit. It wasn't a full raker's delight. You know, I love to use that term if I go 5 for 5 or more. But all the picks, the meat and potatoes of the picks that I gave you were all correct. And that was following a very correct Monday. All I'm trying to say is I'm very happy for you guys because after what the kids like to call a midweek, I really wanted to come through for you. And I think I've done my work on that front. I've done a good job so far. I understand, though, we haven't even hit hump day, so I won't gloat too much. I'll stay relatively quiet, but it was good to see anybody out there. I notice that if I use the fact that a team played last night and it doesn't work out, you guys go, Andy, your theories aren't working. I have news for you. If it worked 89% of the time, then the whole NHL betting book would just be called, oh, bet against the team who played last night. No, when we do that, we're looking to take a 55% in our head advantage and hoping it gets up to 61. It's not like an automatic thing, but every single team who played last night, who had played the night before, and then they played a rested opponent, they lost. Anybody who played a team who played the night before beat them as long as they were rested. Every single one. So that is why I like to take advantage of that. And then when you couple that with other things, which is why I love the Oilers, the perfect storm thing, where they got good old Martin Jones, screwed every fantasy hockey owner that's ever existed in the last decade, mostly with his time on the Sharks. We were getting the backup. We were getting the tired team. And then the third part of the perfect storm was the motivation from getting embarrassed. And then the fifth part of the storm was how Edmonton's been pouring in goals lately. Well, they scored another 5. Everything worked the way we'd hoped. And we've said that on this channel a whole hell of a lot more than the things we had to say last week. So you live by the theories, you die by the theories, but we've been doing a lot of living around these parts since April, and we'll try to continue to do that on this Wednesday. I looked at this slate on Wednesday. Did you? The first thing I thought was, oh my God, DraftKings Sportsbook has a promotion where if you bet $5 on any of these things I'm looking at right now, they're going to credit you with $200. That's the promo they got going on. It's fantastic. You bet $5 on anything, whether you win, whether you lose, DraftKings Sportsbook will credit you with $200 in free bet credits. You just got to be over 21, no fake IDs, and you got to be in an area where gambling is permitted, where sports betting is legal. Okay, I don't know about like those random other territories. Like I don't know if it's legal in Puerto Rico. If it is, great. If not, you better read the fine print. But only available, only where gambling is available. And if you got a problem, I know I saw some of you saying, well come on, what are they going to do if I have a problem? With that kind of mindset, nobody ever is able to help somebody with a problem. I'm sure they have ways to help people who have a problem. I don't know. I can't tell you, but I can tell you this. You ain't going to figure it out on your own if you have a problem. I'm not saying you do. But I think the thing is, if you question that, you never seen someone with a problem. A lot of time we have, we have these cartoon versions of people. He just likes to bet. Yeah, but there are real like zombies ticking for bets, and they need help. So if you're one of those people, call 1-800-GAMBLER. John will answer. No, I don't know. Do they say 1-800-GAMBLER? This is John. Once again, I'm not insulting. Look, this is the way I work. There can be a tragedy that happens. I need to find the smile in it, because if you don't smile about it, you will be crying about it. Hopefully, we're not crying about any of these Wednesday picks, but I do want to tell you something. I'm not just saying this because we had a great Monday and Tuesday. I looked at this assortment of games and I went, shit. Sounded like Daryl Sutter in that post game. There aren't too many bets that jump off the page because when you look at this assortment of teams and then where they're playing, like if you flip Colorado and Calgary, oh yeah, I'll feel comfortable taking Colorado. Bunch of goals scored. They got Nichushkin back, getting that moment. They answered the bell when everybody criticized them, deservedly so, especially after that Florida loss and then the Chicago loss. But this one's going to be in Calgary. Then you got Pittsburgh, who needs a win, and they're going against Ottawa, who's been absolutely atrocious recently. But now they're going home, so when a team goes home, sometimes they can get the momentum switched back around. This is very, very, very difficult. And I know you're looking at those Bruins. Say, take the Bruins. They have 5 losses all year. We're getting a great price against the Islanders. Tell me that doesn't just look like a rat. Even I want to bet on the Bruins against my own team. That's how good of a bet that looks like. But I'm not taking it because I can see like the nuclear fusion outside that thing. And I feel like if I go to touch that bet, I'll be one of those people in Chernobyl. So I'm staying away from that one. And I'm going to look at that Penguins game. No matter what's happened, one thing has always been true. The Ottawa Senators have a god-awful defense, and I will never trust it. I don't care. There's nothing they can do. If you go to midseason and you haven't showed a quality stretch of defense for more than 2 games, now that's it. You have a garbage defense. And Pittsburgh is thirsty for points. So I'm looking at the over in this game. I'm looking at the over 6.5 for this game. There's no reason why they can't hit. I mean, Senators still have a lot of offensive talent. We know Pittsburgh can score. We know how they play. Pittsburgh's willing to play a run and gun and trade chances. Ottawa lives for that. There should be goals in this game. I always love to take unders. I always prefer unders. I'm an unders guy. Smart people are always unders guys. But there are specific the situations where I'm going to take an over, like how we bought half a goal down on Philly the other night, and that one hit 6. But this one, I'm going to take the over on 6.5 goals for Pittsburgh. Ottawa, if I had to take a team, I'll trust the team who I know has at least done some winning this year. They've had like an 8-game winning stretch. They have players who have done it. They do have playoff aspirations in the Penguins. So I would pick the Penguins to end up on top against the Senators. But do you want to really know what I like in this more than both of those? Sidney Crosby to register a point. And I know you're looking at the price. It's huge. You don't want to do that? Fine. Keep that in the back of your head. I also like Sidney Crosby to register an assist. I see the Penguins scoring a couple goals, and I think he's going to be involved. Give me an assist for Sidney Crosby, and hold on to that point. We're going to be combining it with something else. And what is that something else? A Mikko Rantanen point. Because this is the other game I feel like I want to get in on, but I'm a little confused, and I'm tempted. But I love Mikko Rantanen getting a point. If you combine that with the Crosby point, it's a player point parlay. How's that for some alliteration for you? You put both of those together, that will put you at plus money. I like Colorado's offense. I mean, they just scored 7 goals followed by 6 goals. And I know they're going up to Calgary, but Calgary's defense has not resembled the defense of last year. You can score on them. We've seen that all year long. And I think Colorado, they got Nichushkin back. They'll be able to score some goals in this one. Are they going to be able to win? That's my other temptation bet. I'm tempted to take Colorado. 2 offensive outbursts after the media criticism. They got Nichushkin back. The only guys they're still missing are Byram on defense and then Landeskog, their captain. But man, Makar is he's killing it right now. McKinnon's killing it. And that's also why I want that Rantanen point, because he's just so closely linked to those 2 on the power play and whatnot. Man, am I tempted to take Colorado in this one. I'm giving you a half Colorado. If you want to take Colorado, go ahead. I'm giving you the signal. I just am. I can't forget what they've been doing. Just 1 week ago, they had lost 7 of 8 after that game versus Chicago. So it's very tough. As you can see, I'm distraught. So when I'm distraught and I need a pick, you know where I'm going. Some guy has been begging me for it on all platforms. There's just a guy hunting me that goes, we need the more 2+ goals parlay. So I'm going to give you one of those. We're obviously going to start with that Ottawa game. The Ottawa-Pittsburgh, both teams to score 2+ goals. And then the only question is, are we going to combine that with the Avs game, who I do think both teams are going to score 2+ goals? That's more of a sniff. I mean, not a huge sniff, a semi-sniff to combine with that. But if you don't like that, you can combine the both teams 2+ goals in Penguins Senators, with both teams 2+ goals in Canucks Lightning, which we did that last week. That came through immediately. If you take the Canucks, apparently you win that bet by the end of the first period, because they let in everything and they throw everything in the net and they have a lot of offensive talent. So either one of those combined with the Ottawa Pittsburgh, both teams 2+, I will 100% get behind. And that really is all I have for you on this Wednesday. If I'm throwing player props out there at the top, you know there are limited selections, but beware that nuclear Chernobyl disaster in the Islanders Bruins game. I'm just giving you some fair warning, all right? Okay, good luck to you. Better luck to me. I'll be back with you tomorrow where there's a larger assortment of games. As always, subscribe to the Odd Shopper channel. Everybody appreciates it, okay? When you search NHL bets, Andy comes up. Andy Francis comes up, and that's thanks to you guys, thanks to the YouTube guy. He's a great guy, Nathan, as well as me. And I'm going to put the pie chart at 80% me, 12% YouTube, 8% you. But we need that 8%. No. You guys are actually very important. If you guys aren't leaving all these comments, having all these conversations, dropping emojis, hating me, loving me, I really don't think it kicks it up the algorithm. I think your engagement actually helps. I think. But then again, I'm not one of these SEO YouTube guys, whatever that is. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Take it easy.